Hello, this is Janila, the person behind Crafty Crochet Castle, and in this video I'm going to show you the pattern to crochet the Americana coaster and Hotpad set. These would make lovely gifts for 4th of July, and these are excellent decors as well. Americana coasters and Hotpad has the 3 colors red, white and blue. Since this pattern has a lot of color changes, I would rate the difficulty as intermediate. The coaster measures roughly about 4.25 inches in diameter and the Hotpad measures about 7 inches in diameter. Gauge is not a critical factor for this project. Make sure to use appropriate hook size for the yarn weight. To crochet the Americana coaster and Hotpad set, I'm using worsted weight 100% cotton yarn. This is Lily Sugar and Cream yarn. I'm using a 5 mm crochet hook, scissors, yarn needle. Stitch markers are optional. The details of these materials are in the description box below. For a coaster, I would always recommend you to use 100% cotton yarn. Now let us start working on a project. I'm starting off with a blue yarn here. First, I will do a magic circle. If you do not want to do a magic circle, you can do chain 2 and work all the round 1 stitches in your second chain from the hook. Now let me show you how to do a magic circle. To do a magic circle, I'm going to take my yarn like this and wrap it around 2 fingers. Next, I'm going to cross it over at the point where both the yarn meets and I'm going to pinch over here. I'm going to carefully take my fingers out, insert my hook inside this little loop that is formed over here, and I'm going to pull up a loop over here. Next, I'm going to carefully take all my fingers and pinch it at this point, and I'm going to yarn over the yarn that is coming from this skein, and I'm going to pull through the loop that we just made over here. So there we have formed a magic circle. This ring is adjustable. Now let's work on round 1. For round 1, I will do 8 single crochet inside the ring. To do a single crochet, I'm going to insert my hook in here, yarn over and pull up a loop. Now I'll have 2 loops on my hook. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops on the hook. So this stitch is called as the single crochet. I've made 1 single crochet here. So now I'm going to make 7 more single crochet inside the ring. Once we have completed 8 single crochet over here, I'm going to close the magic circle. To do so, I'm going to grab the tail and pull it tight. See how the magic circle has closed? So there, this is our round 1. To complete this round, I'm going to join with a slip stitch in the very first single crochet that we made over here. To do so, I'm going to insert my hook inside the single crochet, bring a loop through the stitch and through the loop on the hook. And now I'm gonna finish off over here. To finish it off, I'm going to trim the yarn. Next, I'm going to yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook all the way through and tighten this up. So there we have completed our round 1. Now let's continue working on the project. So for round 2, I'm going to join white yarn over here. So here is my white yarn. To join the yarn over here, first I will do a slip knot in this yarn. Next, I'm going to insert my hook inside any of the stitches in round 1. I'm going to insert my hook inside the slip knot over here, and I'm going to bring the white yarn over here and do a yarn over and pull through the loop. So there we have attached our white yarn over here. So to do round 2, first I will do chain 2. Do a chain, I'm going to yarn over and pull through the loop on the hook. So there we made 1 chain. I'm going to make 1 more chain over here. So now in the same stitch over here, I will do a double crochet. To do a double crochet, I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook in the same stitch. Next I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. So now I have a total of 3 loops on the hook. I'll yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops over here. So I'll have 2 loops remaining. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this stitch is called as the double crochet. Now I'm going to do chain 2 again, and I will do a slip stitch in the same stitch. And I will do a slip stitch in the next stitch over here. So now this is going to be the repeat pattern for the round. The repeat pattern would be a chain 2 followed by a double crochet in the same stitch, chain 2 and a slip stitch in the same stitch, and a slip stitch in the next stitch. So I'll be repeating this repeat pattern for all the stitches in this round. We have made a total of 8 stitches in round 1, so we will be having a total of 8 such structures. I'll meet you at the end of round 2. So now I'm in the last stitch of round 1, and this is going to be my last repeat pattern. So I'm going to do chain 2 here, a double crochet in the same stitch, chain 2 and a slip stitch in the same stitch, and I'm going to end this round by doing a slip stitch in the next stitch. That would be the very first stitch in this case. And once when you've completed this, you can trim the yarn over here and finish it off. So this is how a project would look at the end of round 2. Now let's work on round 3. For round 3, I'm going to change my yarn color, and this time I'll be working with blue again. So I'm going to take my blue yarn. I'm going to do a slip knot here, and I will join this yarn to any of the double crochet stitch over here. You can join in any double crochet stitch. I'm going to use this stitch over here. Now I'm going to do chain 1. This chain 1 counts as a single crochet over here. Next I'm going to do chain 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we would have done a total of 5 chains. So once when you've done this, I'm going to skip all these stitches over here, and on top of this double crochet stitch, I'm going to do a single crochet. So this is going to be the repeat pattern for the round. The repeat pattern would be chain 4, skip all the stitches, and a single crochet in the next double crochet. I'll meet you after I complete the repeat pattern for this round. So we are here at the end of round 3, and I'm going to do the last repeat pattern, which would be a single crochet in the double crochet followed by chain 4. So once when we completed this, we are going to join on top of the chain 1 over here with a slip stitch. So there we have completed round 3. So this is how our project would look. So for the next round, which is round 4, I will be working in the same blue color. So I'm gonna leave this loop a little bit bigger, and I'm going to do a slip stitch in the next chain 4 space over here. So you can leave it a little bit bigger, and I've made a slip stitch in the next chain 4 space over here. So now I will do chain 5. And I'm going to follow the repeat pattern for the round. The repeat pattern would be a slip stitch in the next chain 4 space, followed by chain 5. So I'm going to do this repeat pattern. You can use a stitch marker to mark the end of the round or the beginning of each round. I'll meet you after I complete round 4. So here I am at the last repeat pattern of round. Here is my chain 5, and to finish this round I'm going to join with a slip stitch on top of the slip stitch that we made here. And we can finish it off over here. So this is how a project would look at the end of round 4. Now we're going to work on round 5, which will be the last round for our coaster. So I'm going to take my red yarn and I'll be attaching my red yarn with a slip stitch to any of the chain 5 spaces. You can attach it in any chain 5 space. Once when I've attached it here, I'll begin working on round 5. So first I will do chain 2. This chain 2 counts as a half double crochet. Next I will do 6 half double crochet in the same chain 5 space. So to do a half double crochet, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook in here, yarn over and bring up a loop. I'll have 3 loops on my hook. Now I'll yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. So this stitch is called as the half double crochet. We would start this stitch like a double crochet, but we would yarn over and pull through all 3 loops and complete it. So now I'll do 5 more in here. So here we have a total of 7 half double crochet. Now I'm going to do chain 1 and I'll be working 7 half double crochet in the next chain 5 space. So this is the repeat pattern for the round. Followed by chain 1. So I'll be repeating this pattern for all of these chain 5 spaces, and I'll meet you when I'm at the last repeat pattern for the round. Here I am at the end of round 5 and I have completed the last repeat pattern for the round, which is 7 half double crochet and chain 1. To complete this round, I'm going to join in top of this chain 2, that is the second chain, with a slip stitch and finish off over here. So there we have completed our coaster. We have lots of tails to weave in here. We can weave the tail in later. Our finished coaster would look like this. Now let us crochet our hot pad. For the hot pad, the first 5 rounds would be the same as that of the coaster, and we are going to continue working on 3 more rounds to make it as a hot pad. So for round 6, I'm going to take my white yarn and I'm going to join it in the middle of our 7 double crochet over here. So this would be my end point. I'm going to join white yarn by skipping 3 double crochet and in the 4th double crochet over here. So once when I've attached my yarn at this point, now let's begin working on our stitches. So next I would skip these 3 double crochet over here, and in this chain 1 space I'll be working a lot of stitches. So the first stitch would be a double crochet here, followed by chain 1, another double crochet, a chain 1, another double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, a chain 1 and a last double crochet in here. So we would be forming this little structure over here. This would have a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet. After completing this, I would skip 3 double crochets over here. So there's 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th double crochet I would do a slip stitch. So this would be the repeat pattern that I'll be repeating for all the stitches in the round. Once when I have my slip stitch in the 4th double crochet, that is the center of this 7 double crochet, I'm going to skip the next 3 stitches, and in this chain 1 space I will do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet, followed by skipping the next 3 double crochet and a slip stitch in the 4th. So this would be the repeat pattern for the round. I'll repeat this pattern for the remainder of the stitches, and I'll meet you when I'm at the last repeat pattern. So now I have completed the last repeat pattern in round 6, and this is how our project looks. At the end of the last repeat pattern, I'll be skipping the next 3 double crochet and do a slip stitch in the 4th double crochet, which would be our starting point over here. At this point, we can finish off over here. Now let's work on round 7. This round will be worked in blue. So I'm going to take my blue yarn and join with a slip stitch in my very last stitch over here. So once when I've attached the yarn, I will do chain 3 over here. This chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And I will do chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now I will skip the next 2 double crochet, and on the 3rd double crochet I will do a single crochet. And I will do chain 4 again, skip the 2 double crochet, and in the slip stitch I will do 1 double crochet. So this is going to be the repeat pattern for the round. The repeat pattern would be chain 4, skip 2 double crochet and a single crochet in the 3rd double crochet, chain 4, skip the next 2 double crochet and a double crochet in the next slip stitch. So I will repeat this pattern throughout the project, and I'll meet you when I'm at the last repeat pattern over here. Now I have completed all the repeat pattern. To finish this round, I'll be skipping the next 2 double crochet as usual, and on top of the chain 3 over here, I will do a slip stitch. And we can finish it off over here. So this is how a project would look at the end of round 7. Now let's do round 8. For round 8, I'm gonna switch over to my red yarn. So I will take my red yarn and I will join with a slip stitch to any of the single crochet stitches. So now we can start with our repeat pattern right away. The repeat pattern would be to skip this next chain 4 space, and in this next DC we'll be doing the following stitches. So I will do a treble crochet in here. To do a treble crochet, I'm going to yarn over twice, insert my hook inside the stitch, yarn over and bring up a loop. So now I have a total of 4 loops on my hook. I'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops. I'll have 3 loops remaining. I'll yarn over, pull through 2 loops. I'll have 2 loops remaining. I'll yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this stitch is called as the treble crochet. Next, I would do chain 1 followed by a treble crochet in the same stitch. Followed by a chain 1 and a treble crochet, followed by chain 1 and a treble crochet, followed by a chain 1 and a treble crochet. So here we have a total of 5 treble crochet with 3 single crochet in between. So now I'm going to skip the next chain 4 space, and on top of this single crochet I will do a slip stitch. So this is going to be the repeat pattern for the round. So I'll be repeating this pattern throughout this round over here. I'll show it one more time. So here I'm gonna skip this chain 4 space. I will start off with a treble crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet, chain 1, treble crochet. Skip the chain 4 space and a slip stitch in the next single crochet. So this is how it would look. I would repeat this throughout the round, and I'll meet you when I'm at the last repeat pattern. So I'm at the end of the repeat pattern over here. I would do a slip stitch in the next single crochet, that is the very first stitch over here, and finish it off over here. have completed our hot pad. The next step would be to weave in all these tails. This pattern has a lot of color changes so that we have the Americana colors in here. So there would be a lot of weaving it in. I'll show you how to weave in one tail. You can weave in all the other tails in a similar manner. To weave the tail in, I'm going to take the yarn needle and thread one of the tails in it. Next, I'll be weaving it in the wrong side. I'll be inserting the hook into the loops over here. You can go up to down, zigzag, side to side in any manner as you prefer. So once when you think you've covered in one direction, I'm going to turn over and repeat the same in a different direction. This time I'll grab a different set of loops. I'll be repeating this a few times, and once when I think I have weaved in enough, I'm going to take my needle out, stretch out the piece and trim it over here. So there I have weaved in one tail. In the same manner, I will weave in all the other tails, and I'll meet you at the end of weaving it in. So this is our finished Americana coaster and hot pad set. I hope you enjoy crocheting this along with me. Check out my other videos for the coaster and hot pad set. Please show your support by subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.